Nigeria, and welcome to another interesting but very informative edition of Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igwebike. We kick off today with our newspapers, and right after that will be our main conversation also for today. Please do well to be part of what we do have a say in what we say. You can always find us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. We're very so honored to have with us Barrister Tunji Abdul Hamid, Barrister, Law Public Affairs Analyst, to see through all that we have coming from our newspapers, and if possible, help us go through our main conversation for today. Good morning, Barrister, and welcome.
Good morning, Henry. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so very much. So let's kickstart today, interestingly, with the first daily on our desk. And it's from the Guardian newspaper for today. We have the big story. 2027, Northern PDP leaders settle on ADC as preferred coalition platform. And also we have other stories here coming from the same newspaper. Rivers Lagos worst hit as court clashes claim 1,686 lives in 5 years. And also we have other interesting stories here. Operation Demand Tariff increase to stave off 6 trillion gas debt. Reps ticket may cost 500 million post-election litigations and 1 billion naira. Barrister, let's start with the cost of venturing into politics in Nigeria. It is very surprising that the cost of pre-election in Nigeria is so expensive that nobody would never love to go through any of that. 500 million naira as ticket for House of Reps. How do you see this?
That news may be exaggerated, or maybe not. Maybe probably is a general figure. No party would sell his form for 500 million. Nobody. There is even a bulletin to that effect. So I'm not sure they will sell for 500 million. Even the presidency is not up to 500 million. So talking of House of Reps, maybe they are talking about the expenses to be incurred if you are fighting for that position, not the actual amount needed to obtain a form or nomination form.
Yes, but
yes, they are not.
Yes, but even if the total cost of vying for that election is 500 million, isn't that still a little bit high?
It may even be small in some circumstances, in some area, depending on where you are coming from. It's even small. You see, to fight for election in this country is about money. I'm telling you. That's why you see godfathers coming in. People who sponsor you, who backroll the fee. You see, you can't even estimate it. You can't even say this is the actual amount. I have experience. I know what I'm talking about. You see, sometimes when you want to contest election, even years before the election, you are already spending money. Especially when you are even a philanthropist. Some people became a politician because of their philanthropic acts. You see, in Nigeria today, the people who are good, as far as our people are concerned, is those who have money and who are spending it. There are people who have money, they don't spend it. And so if you have money and you are spending it, people see you as good for the position. It's about money. I'm telling you the truth. That is the truth. Most times it's about money. I'm not saying those who are spending the money are not even good for the job. But for you to secure the job, you must also have money in addition to that, to your big good or have the quality to lead. People don't see you representing them as you serving them. They see that they are helping you. They are giving you eye lips. So and in that regard, they want to collect their own before you even go there. So once you indicate your intention, or they see the sign that you want to contest election, from that day your constituency people, anybody who wants to do naming ceremony will call you. They want to do they want to buy antenatal fee. They want to pay antenatal fee, they'll call you. They want to pay school fees, they call you. They want to go to hospital, they call you. Everything they want to do is you. So not to talk of the money required for the campaign. Not to talk of the money required for the execution of the election. Because of the election day, you need money. even before the election day, because you must have agents. The party must have agents. And then in that regard, you must contribute to that. And the agents must be paid the allowances for transport, and they must be paid for allowances for food. So there is a lot of money when you are contesting in Nigeria. That's the truth. That 500 million in circumstances may even be small.
But
depending on the area.
Yes, but I'm
not saying okay. Those who have secured a ticket have such money. But for you to win, you must have the backing of the people who call Godfather, or people who can, on your behalf, spend the money.
But Barrister, don't you think that the Labour Party 2023 general election is a game changer that everyone should abide with? Because 2023 general election saw the opportunity of people who were nobody, who just literally bought a ticket of the Labour Party. Some of them won, not because they had so much money, but because people wanted exactly what they needed. So don't you think that template is the best one? Because it's very obvious. Everyone on the ticket of the Labour Party in 2023 didn't have no money. And lots of them won.
How many of them won?
We have a senator from the FCT, from the Labour Party, who won. She would not have won, but of course, because she belonged to the Labour Party, she won. Lagos State had one. Lots of that states equally had theirs.
Stop this, Henry. Do you know the Atiku-Obi? You know who she is? Do you know who she is? You say she doesn't have money. She is the wife of the former vice president of Abiola. Sorry. No, yes, I'm correct. She is the wife to that man. She's been. What are you talking about? She doesn't have money.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
you see,
yes,
they may not spend as much as some people will spend.
Yeah.
There is no way you contest election in Nigeria that you not spend money. And some of those people you talk about, some of the ones you may talk about, because there is one in Lagos that people are talking about, they rode on the path of Peter Obi's attendants. Some of them, people don't even know who they are.
Which is a very good experiment. Don't you think so?
People don't want. It's not that people want them. It is when you say people want them. If truly people know this is a man, they don't even know him. But because he's in Labour Party and he's under Obi's party, that's why they voted for them. It's not about him. It's not because they know that he doesn't have money and he's good. No. If you ask some of them, they don't know who they voted for. They only know Mr. Peter Obi, His Excellency. So it's not until we play a game of seeing people who want to represent us as serving us, and not as people who must pay us money for us to participate. You see, I'm not saying you won't see one or two people who was lucky to win, probably because of certain support. And like I said, even though that one, he will spend money. It may not be as big as those who have a godfather who have money. If without Mr. Peter Obi at that election, that man that you say he won election in Lagos or whatever will not win anything. People will not see him. They won't see him. They won't vote for him. So don't let us deceive ourselves. It is not easy for you to win an election without backing. And if Peter Obi were not in that election, at that election, or that Peter Obi evolution did not come, most people you mentioned will not be there. And some of them even spend money. They are just lying to you. Even in the Peter Obi camp, we are hearing people we are hearing allegation of fraud of campaign money. What was it? What was the money meant for? What were they doing with it? So don't fall for this whatever. Like I said, some of them may not spend like other people, but there is nobody that will contest in this country that will not spend money.
Very, very true, Barrister. A lot of Nigerians would have wished that the new narrative should have been how and what can we do to stem the culture of throwing in so much money to win elections. I don't think it is the best thing. Nigerians should have the opportunity. That's what I think.
Eddie, sorry for cutting you.
Please do.
Sorry for cutting in.
Yeah.
You see, if you all rally ranked candidates, the way people supported His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi at the last election,
yeah,
probably what you are saying may work. If you rally rank a candidate without him having a lot of money, or without him ready to spend money, you want to support him. If you do that, if you adopt that style, probably it will work. It's very difficult for us in this country. People vote based on party, where you belong to. Most of those people you say they voted for last election, if they come back this election now, even under the same party, people will not vote for them. May not vote for them if Peter Obi is not there. So for me, it is not we have to change our attitude, the followers. And it's not only about the politicians. It's about the people who are also not followers, not politicians, who claim not to be politicians, who are voters or who are followers. We need to look at people without the benefit we want to gain from them before they win election.
Very true.
Most people who are going for election, elected for people, are not there to make money. But because of the pressure that people will put on them, because what we see as governance today in this country, or what we see as performance from a senator or member of House of Rep or whatever, is that senator who can buy keke, marua, buy bag of rice, and start distributing to people. That's what people will see you as performing. Even if you are mobilizing them, you are facilitating health center, schools or whatever, they don't see you as working. They only see people who can get money, buy tricycles, buy a bag of rice, buy this and that, and distribute to people. That's when they see you as working. Until we change our attitude, we may not grow.
All right, Barrister, let's take a look at the president's state visit to St. Lucia. It made headline on the Guardian newspaper for today, which of course had come under the criticism of His Excellency Peter Obi. Barrister, what do you think about that visit? He visited a country that is less than 200,000 people. That's the total population of that country, which is far less than the population of Alimosho local government area or Efako LCDA in Lagos State. So do we see a president who wants to show off than settling the problem we have in the country?
I have been saying it before now, that the priority of this government are not right. The priority of going from one country to another to market the country or to look for investors is not going to work. They are putting the cart before the horse. I'm saying so because you will have if you have an environment that is not enabled. You have an environment where security is almost on a daily basis. You hear people being kidnapped. You hear people being killed. And you want to go somewhere and start looking for people who will come and invest. We are in a global world. We are not longer in 1970s, where people have to travel down to a country for them to know what is happening there. Today, or within your palm, you can determine or know everything that is going on everywhere. So people know what we are facing in our country. And until that is settled, in other words, you make that environment enabled. You ensure that security is now stable. People can now be trusted as regarding that, can now move from one place to another without any fear of being kidnapped or attacked. That is when people will see your country as being conducive for investment. And that is that, and I will be justified for maintaining this position. Because the president has been traveling from from the first week or second week of his being sworn in. He has been traveling from one country to another. By my count, if I'm right, I think he has traveled for over 40 times in the last 2 years. And I have not seen one single serious investor in the country. I've only been hearing memorandum being signed. I've only been hearing people who have intention to come and invest in our country. They've never come. So, and they will not come. I'm telling you, except those portfolio investors who will be used by politicians. And those are the people you will see that will come around and say they are investing in the country. Until we have an enabling environment, we will not get it right. You can't be moving from one country to another in the name of which investor are you looking for in St. Lucia? How much is that total earning? How much is that total earning?
But it's a population of 200,000, less than 200,000 people.
Forget the population. Forget the population. You may have a fewer population and have more resources of money. What do they have in that country that we don't have in Nigeria? That even the community is better than them in terms of growth, in terms of finance,
yes,
or natural resources. So, but the president, they know what they are looking for. I don't know. They've not told us what exactly they are looking for in that place. My own thinking, I'm thinking they are marketing the country and looking for investors or trying to sell the country to them. And that's why the president has given them a waiver in terms of visa entry. They also promised to give them scholarships. Who want to leave that country where there is stable education,
stable electricity,
and come to Nigeria where there is no stable education? where else you go tomorrow? Where you will not know, as we speak, over 3 months, teachers in Abuja are on strike. Nobody is saying anything about it. So they will leave their country where they are guaranteed of proper, adequate facility, and come to Nigeria where tomorrow the policy of government can change and say, look, you now continue to pay. That security will give you has been overruled by a certain level, or something has happened, and therefore we can't cope with it again. Nobody will come and face that kind of country. I think we should get serious. The president should get more serious and sit more in the country, think more as for how to develop the country, so that it will be attractive, and people on their own will want to come to the country without even going after them. How many times have you seen the king of Qatar in Nigeria? The Saudi Arabia people. How many times have you seen them to come and market us? Did you see Prime Minister of UK in Nigeria? Did you see the president of US or any other country come to Nigeria to say, I want to market my country to you, come and invest? People are rushing there. Why? Because the place is conducive. They restricted our visa to UAE. People are not happy. When they talk about the issue of the discussion regarding lifting the restriction, you can see the jubilation as if we have won jackpots. So it shows that there is something in the place that people are enjoying that we are not having in this country. So until we have that environment that's conducive, this marketing of a thing will be a mirage.
Very, very true, Barrister. I don't know. We have lots of other interesting stories, but the time we have is really short. Barrister, please, if you may, I have 2 stories. I just hope that we're able to manage the time that we have. In continuation, still on the Guardian newspaper, I'd love you to say a little bit about the feud happening, unfortunately, between Ayedatiwa and Akeredolu. We have it that Ondo government quest to probe Akeredolu's death sparks a controversy. The wife of His Excellency Akeredolu had come out severally to say that the current government in Ondo State keep insulting her late husband. I do not know why the government in Ondo State is interested in this. Remember, they had just destroyed the symbol of those that lost their lives, in the bombing. Speak to me on this, if you may, in 2 minutes before we move on to the next paper.
It's all about politics, as far as I'm concerned, or the past. Because if you recall, this governor, when it was before the death of the former governor, he was the deputy governor, and he was prevented, in quotes, from seeing the governor before his death. In fact, at the time he was asking that he be sworn in as the acting governor, since the governor is not capable to. But these people are preventing that to happen. So he probably sees them as his enemy now. Or he sees them as those who are not in the same political camp with him, and therefore wants to. There is no love as it is now. I said what is between ourselves, between the two of them now, as it is, maybe political love. It's not available now. So for me, please, they should allow the man to rest. Well, yeah. The man has gone, and let him go and rest. I know that you have the government. There is a law which allows inquiry to be made when somebody died in circumstances that is not clear. You can do coroner inquest, but for me, the one we have done in Nigeria, what have been the results? That is my point here. So let the man rest and leave all this politics upon the head of the man that's dead already.
Very, very true, Barrister. Finally, let's move on to the Daily Trust newspaper and straight on to our talking point for today. Lagos traditional rulers dethrone 6 chiefs for impersonating him at Labour Party campaign. Barrister, when the news first made waves on social media, there wasn't anything like impersonation there. It is said that these chiefs made themselves present at the Labour Party campaign ground, and therefore that was the reason they were dethroned. But right now, we're beginning to have a little bit of adding in and removing. Now, impersonation has been fixed right into the mix there. Is it even bad, really, for a traditional ruler to make himself present anywhere? Is there anything against it, really?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing against it. Traditional rulers are Nigerians, and I'm not aware of any law which prohibit them from participating in politics. I've been saying it. When people talk about traditional rulers should not be in politics, the pastor should not participate, should not be involved in politics, I now ask myself, who and who will now be there? Who should be in politics? If I'm a traditional ruler and I'm in a community and I see candidates who are fighting to represent the community, and I believe that one of them is not good enough for the community can't I tell the community and say, look, this man will serve us better. Let's support him. There's nothing bad in it.
Yes, very true.
So, but people see it as they say traditional rulers are father of all, and therefore they should not. So, traditional rulers should sit aside, should sit down, look at his community or somebody who's not qualified or who's not ready, who will not be able to serve, being presented, and then he say you should support him because he's a father of all. No, he can't do that. And you see those headlines you read. For me, I will not comment on that whether it was changed or it was not changed, because sometimes when the media, the way they put their headline is them, not it may not be what the one you saw earlier on may not be what happened. The one they just released that it may be the choice of the reporters to use that adjective. For example, the PDP just last 2 days ago, when they announced that Anyanwu wants to resume office.
Yeah.
There's nowhere where the chairman say Anyanwu shall be reinstated.
Really?
Then you see the report. Reinstate Anyanwu.
Yeah,
what
because yes,
PDP
because the report making rounds all over says that Anyanwu is now the certified secretary to the party. That's what is reported.
It is. I'm talking about everything. The word used by the chairman, acting chairman, was that Anyanwu has been asked to continue as the secretary, national secretary. The reporters, they put it and say Anyanwu has been reinstated by PDP. Some people are now questioning that reinstatement. They are saying, how can you reinstate somebody who has not left? So it is not their adjective. It is not their words. It is the word of the writer. So for me, sometimes when they use the adjective of he said impersonation, if the man is saying that he's being impersonated, it's a criminal offense, and he can come out and can discipline them for that. They are under his control. If they go to a particular program and represent and say they are representing the man, that the Oba, and without his instruction, that is impersonation. They are telling them, look, we are here on behalf of so and so person, and he is not aware of that. He can accuse them of that, and he has the right to sanction them if that is correct. So for me, I also know that it's about politics. It's about even the Oba himself citing a particular party, and which is within his right to do. He can do that, but punishing other people for supporting any candidate is what I will not support. But if it's about impersonation, he can take proper action in that regard.
All right, beautiful. We can go on and on. We have so many interesting stories here, but that's just about the time we have for this segment. And just to let you know, Barrister will be here to take us on our main conversation. That is when we return. Rhodes-Vivour backs Atiku-Obi alliance. In the beat, it's still Enterprise Morning. Please don't go anywhere. Being back, and if you just joined us, this is still Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. Let's get straight to our main conversation for today. Badebo Rhodes-Vivour, the Labour Party's 2023 Lagos gubernatorial candidate, has expressed support for an emerging coalition between former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and ex-Anambra Governor Peter Gregory Obi. aimed at unseating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027 elections. Speaking on Channels Television, he emphasized that only a united opposition can defeat the ruling All Progressive Congress APC, warning that another split in votes would cost the opposition dearly, as it did in 2023. Rhodes-Vivour revealed that discussions among opposition leaders are at an advanced stage, with plans to soon unveil the political platform for their joint campaign. According to him, we will be making an announcement in the coming days, he said, adding that the coalition formation is a top priority. He stressed the need for a unity among opposition parties to present a credible and strong alternative to the current administration. He also criticized the Tinubu-led government, calling it a failure in economic and security matters. According to him, Nigeria is facing its worst cost of living crisis in 4 decades, with rising insecurity claiming thousands of lives. He accused the government of misplaced priorities and also took aim at Lagos Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration, alleging that it puts politics over the people's welfare. I still have with me Barrister Tunji Abdul Hamid. Thank you so very much, Barrister, for hanging on.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Barrister, let's maybe do an inverted pyramid here. Let's start with the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, whom, of course, his contemporary, Rhodes-Vivour, has stated that he is playing politics than welfare to the people. I would love to ask you, Barrister, if you compare the governors of Lagos State from Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Fashola to Ambode to now Sanwo-Olu, would you really say Sanwo-Olu has done better than the rest?
Yeah, you see, that comparison will be difficult to do because we have been told that whatever they are doing is a continuation of what is on ground. And we have been told that, look, like for instance, the project that has been unfair by the current governor, we are told our project have been highlighted or have been on grant or have been by the former governors. So they say it's a continuation. So I don't want to compare. But for me, because sometimes when you say when this particular government is there, I remember when Fashola was there. So many people said that Fashola performed so wonderfully well. But today, if you ask me or ask so many people to tell you to list 3 or 4 people or team that is still on grant as to what Fashola did, you'll be difficult to see anything. To lay your hand. When you talk about Lateef Jakande, when you talk about Lateef Jakande today, people and you say what are his legacies? What are the things that that you can say this man did this and people are still benefiting today? People will quickly tell you. They will tell you most of the housing estate and other things and the roads. But this government, when they were there, they will tell you they've done this, they've done well, they've done that. But by the time you think and start to think of what they have done, you will not see you may not see anything. So that's my worry about that. So relatively, not regarding the other government, compared to other governors in the other state, and bearing in mind also that Lagos State government has financial muscle compared to other states. To that extent, maybe probably 1 or 2 things has been done. But for me, if I want to give them a pass mark or the governor, you see not the pass mark. I'm saying so because look at the revenue available compared to what is on grant. That would not be a pass mark because the revenue available and the debt that we are told that the debt have been killed compared to what is on grant. I think they've not done well.
Very true, Barrister. Baba Jokonde, some people would say if he had the type of money that all of these leaders have now, he would have really turned Lagos around. But of course, he had just less than 4 years, I love to believe, or less than that. And he was able to create impact that Nigerians and Lagosians still feel up until today. But let's take a look at the upper echelon of the whole thing, Peter Obi and Atiku-Abubakar. There's this growing call. Do you have any inside scoop that we might not know? What do you think is happening between the merger and the coalition?
You want me to be speculating or insider information? I am not part of the coalition. I'm not part of the coalition. the PDP that I support is not part of the coalition, and therefore it will be difficult for me to have to be able to say this is what I'll be giving a hearsay, because it will be what I'll be saying is what has been related to me by somebody else, which we call hearsay in law, and I don't want to dwell in that. I know that I agree with the candidate of the Labour Party in the last election in Lagos State, Rhodes-Vivour.
Yes.
To the extent that for anybody to unseat the current government, there must be a proper coalition alignment. Without that, there's nothing will happen, because this current government won the election. The party won the election at the last election because of the divisions among the parties, the PDP, the Labour Party, and the NNPP and the SDP. Those votes were shared between them. So if you have a similar situation on ground today, then similar thing will happen.
So and what you're saying, Barrister, sorry to interject. So what you're saying is PDP cannot do anything to the sitting government. So what you're indirectly saying is the coalition is better off than having a PDP. Is that what you're saying?
There is need for coalition, because if people are going to form another party or join join another or float another party or align with another party without PDP being part of it, it's going to be the same of the same. And you see, my worry is not about the coalition itself. It's about the manner in which the coalition is being put together. There was no proper strategic thinking in it. These are being put together by individuals. And these individuals, if we mention their names, they have that record in Nigeria, which some people will say, "What, are they not part of the problem?" These are the people who are forming the coalition. For instance, His Excellency Atiku-Obi, he was the one who spearheaded the PDP caucus or people around him, without the party being carried along. Individual cannot do that on behalf of the party, and that's why you see the party saying we are not part of it, because they were not carried along. It's about what I see in what they are doing now. It's about individual politicians coming together to form this coalition. How they will be able to carry their party into it, I don't know, and I don't see the Alhaji Atiku-Obi and Co group, who are members of the PDP, being able to lure PDP into it. They can carry members from PDP into it. And I want to respond to the other of your report that says northern leaders from ADC or whatever.
Yes.
Northern PDP leaders.
Yes.
No, some few people in leadership in the north. It's not another agenda. Some few people from the north are part of the coalition. So, but what I'm saying is that the way and manner the coalition has been put together may be the obstacle for them to achieve their desired results. Most of them who are in this coalition are people who are either happy with the APC, because majority of them are either member of PDP before now or APC before now. Some of them are even member of the PDP and APC before this coalition. In other words, they've been PDP, they've been APC, they've been PDP. These are the people who are coming together. Some of the people who are at the last government, who are part of the last government, that people have said that this government is the worst, that the government is worse, and which has been confirmed by the current administration of the same party, to say that the last administration did badly. So these are the same people who are in that party or in that government coming together to tell. What would they be telling Nigerians?
But Barrister,
that they want to do?
Yeah, but Barrister, that had always been the history in Nigeria. Every coalition, like we had for the APC that ousted the PDP, it wasn't a smooth run. It was still the same old thing. The people who formed the APC are still the people that you would equally say had destroyed Nigeria. So don't you think it's the same thing?
I agree with you, but they are not the same. If you look at that coalition, the APC coalition in 2014, it is not individual coming together alone. It is about party, about 5 parties come together. Here, tell me which of the party, which is it Labour Party that is joining this coalition? Is it PDP that is joining it? Is it the NNPP? Is it SDP? No party. individuals. So if it's about if the 5 parties, the APC, the PDP, NNPP, SDP, Labour Party, or whoever, who are to be in tune with this coalition, probably I would say probably they will get the results.
But don't you think it is too early?
When they form their coalition,
don't you think it is still too early to determine parties that will join? Remember, INEC is yet to register some parties. Don't you think that all of this might happen at the tail end of 2027, possibly in 2026? Everything will all add up.
Henry, I'm not talking about parties that have not been registered. Parties that have not been registered have no foundation for now. I'm talking about the party with foundation already, with structure already on ground. And that's what APC did in their own. They took over the party that has structure, merge, and therefore there is no need for them to create new structure. They were just rely on the existing structure and move on. This ADC, yes, it's an existing party. But do you know ADC before now? It wasn't a serious. Is it serious in the when you mention parties in Nigeria? Will you mention ADC before today or before yesterday? Some people don't even know they are already registered a registered party. What I'm saying is that as long as it's not it's not a party-driven thing, it's an individual-driven thing. What it means is that ADC will have candidates, PDP will have candidates, SDP will have candidates, Labour Party will have candidates, NNPP will have candidates, and therefore, what are you saying? Those who are members of the ADC are part of the PDP. They are part of Labour Party. They are part of this and that. Are you not splitting vote already? You are dividing vote and making it more easier for the ruling party to win. That's my worry, because most of these things, it will be a different thing if these people are new people. That Nigeria will say, let's try them and give them benefit of doubt. People already know them, and people are already complaining that what is their people are already saying that, for example, Malam El-Rufai, that if he had not had issue with the current administration, will he be saying what he's saying? Mr. Rotimi Amechi was part of the last administration that has been said to be run us down. Malam Malami was the former Attorney General. People, some of them have record of people not trusting them. So that's my worry. The only person that people seem to say they have a trust in, to an extent, is Mr. Peter Obi, and that's the worry. So they are coming as individuals. If they have done that as parties, say ADC, SDP, PDP, they have come together, not like APC did. It may be a different game, but the way it is now, I tell you, they will come together. They will fight for they will participate in the election. They will get numbers, but they will not win. That's what I see.
But Barrister, it is the wish of Nigerians to had thought that PDP would be the best umbrella for all parties to galvanize together and possibly oust the APC. But with the way the PDP is being run now, especially with Nyesom Wike still very pivotal and present with the party, don't you think this is more than enough excuse for any right-thinking, serious person still remaining in the PDP to leave the PDP?
What are you talking about? Is politics about winning a federal election alone? Are you all these issues you are talking about PDP? It's only at the federal level that there's a problem. The states are running, they are moving, they are doing their things.
But the federal level, Barrister, is the most important thing now. Don't you think it is good enough for them to win the presidency?
Listen, a party can decide to be a regional party. A party can decide to be to just concentrate on winning few states. It's their choice.
But Barrister, that is for an upcoming party. That is for an upcoming party, not a party as big as the PDP. The PDP is saying it wants to be a regional party at this stage in our democracy. Do you think it's a good thing?
I'm saying in view of where they find themselves, the crisis on the party and some of the issues in it that have made it difficult for them to move forward, they can say, okay, let's just use this opportunity to settle our house and abandon the national politics and then just give the national politics a few touch, go and concentrate on your state, win the state, and then we'll come back together and then rearrange or see ourselves. It's not compulsory. If Nigeria are truly interested in having in capturing power or they will do what they want to do. You cannot force any party to do anything and say that's what Nigeria is looking for. And if Nigerians are looking for it, let them go and join them. If Nigerians who are looking for that should go and join them and say, PDP, you are the only person we see that can dethrone this party. So we are all coming to you to be part of your party. If that's what they are looking for, you can't sit somewhere in your house and determine what a party will do. Party has a choice to do whatever it wants to do. It's not your complaint. It's their wala. Whatever they see from it is their problem. So for me, what we are having problem is that people who are supposed to be interested in the system or in the process are not. Nigerians are just talking. They are sitting down in their houses and expecting other people to work for them. That is what I was seeing. If we are truly serious, if Nigerians have shown great support to this coalition that has been done by people who have come together that we call politicians, and we have seen so massive support from masses, then people will say, notwithstanding that ADC and PDP is not part of it, these people will make will likely win. And how many support are they getting from Nigerians? And how many support will they get? You see, we can't sit in our houses and start talking about people are not doing the right thing. We should also join by doing the right thing and ensuring that the right thing is done. It is when all of us see this governance as our business and as our concern. That's how we'll be able to say, this is what we are looking for. This is what we want. You are not there. You said they did not share it equally. How did you expect them to share it when you are not there? So for me, if we are truly serious about having power back from the APC, because truly, the APC, as far as I'm concerned, have performed badly. For now, they have failed in all aspects. So, and in that regard, if Nigerians are truly angry, they should be even the force behind the people who are forming this party now, or who are trying to align. They should be the force moving them to say, look, go and form it. We will support you. We'll do this and that. After the formation of that party, you see that same people will still be the one begging Nigerians, giving them money to come and support them.
But Barrister,
so how do you expect them?
The truth of the matter is that Nigerians are very angry. No, everyone is affected by the deficit of the APC. No one is immune to it. Nigerians already are angry. But how much can you do as an individual when the authority is bigger than you are?
I'm not saying, if you are listening to me before now, yes. I'm not saying individuals should, and what I've condemned in what they are doing now is that they are doing it as individual. I'm not saying individuals should go and fight any government. I say, why can't Nigeria come together and or in their tents or in their whatever, 1, 2, 3, join this coalition or whatever they are doing. And when they see people behind them, see Nigerians are coming to give us support. Nigerians are coming to give us support. Then they will be encouraged to move forward. I tell you, by the time they finish this formation or they agree on the party to use, and they want to create more structure, you will see Nigerians who are saying they are angry or will be running to see how they can get money from them, so that they will say they want to work for them. They will not be the one to go and say, I'm ready to work for you. What they will be asking for is, what is in need for me? So if you are sitting down looking for what is in need for you, and you are not doing anything better, then we can't get result. If Nigerians are truly angry, yes, they are angry, but they are not taking steps to do anything. They are just talking, just like we are speaking here now. They are just talking, but they are not showing any action. Even if they are called out tomorrow to say, let's protest, let's ask government for accountability. Nigeria that you say they are angry, you will not see them come out. Are they angry? They are angry, but they're not showing it. They are bottling their anger. So, and the government in power is not seeing that they are angry, truly angry. Mr. Amechi that says he's angry, what was their response? They say, because he's no longer in government. So those who are not in government, who have never been in government, let them show their anger in terms of not being able to and then when I say show their anger, I'm not saying they should start fighting or destroying public assets. Yeah. Come together in a kind of a group that will be fearful, just like we have obedience in the last election. If you have so many groups in that light, come together to form coalition and support a candidate, do you think we will not get results? Because everybody is about interest. Even those who are sitting at home, it's about interest. Some people are sitting at home just because the person in power is from their town or is from their ethnic group, or if from their, some people are speaking today, but because the person in power is not from their ethnic group. That's what we have. So as far as I'm concerned, this thing goes beyond the Nigerians are angry. Nigerians are not showing it. They're not showing it truly. That's the truth. And we can't get back the power. Power cannot be gotten back from the people in the authority without proper unity and cohesion. If people are not together, you will split votes, and then it will be back to square one again. I tell you, let them form the ADC, and you see what will happen at the election. You will see if they have joined together, this will not have happened. And the way and manner, like I said, the way and manner they go about it is not the way it should be done. Atiku-Abubakar went about it without even carrying the party along. So he was doing it alone, and the party said, "Okay, since you want to do it alone, go and do it alone." So he has followers. Yes, we agree. But like I said, those will not be enough to win election. Particularly this kind of incumbent president that is called master strategy in politics, not master strategies in governance, master strategies in politics. So he will be able to he will be there, and he will allow them to split the votes, and then he will take a few votes and he will become a winner, just like what happened at the last election. He got fewer votes compared to the vote between the PDP and the Labour Party, and as well as the NNPP. If you join that together, it will be times 3 or times 2 of what the president got at that election. But because of that division, he was able to take advantage, because our law is that simple majority. Once you are able to win a certain number of 2/3% in some certain area, you are qualified. You are a winner, and that's what happened.
Barrister, unity, cohesion, and every other thing that truly is what we need to be able to do better is important. But everything passes through the conduit of INEC. There's this growing call for power to be taken away from the president and made such that he cannot appoint who becomes the INEC chairman. Maybe a comprehensive electoral reform is what it is. Do you think with the type of politics we do today, it's ever possible for the president to be taken away that power of appointing who becomes the INEC chairman?
Yeah, it may be difficult for such to happen. Even if it going to happen, probably the president is no longer interested in the ruling. He wants to go home and rest. He may approve that, because even the National Assembly, I'm not sure they're going to pass that bill, because we have the National Assembly that is not even up to its responsibilities. So I agree that there are institutions whereby the president will be the one to appoint people who will officiate. You know, I have a match. It's like Man City, Arsenal wants to play. You know, I say the head coach or the owner of Arsenal should appoint a referee. There's no way there won't be any there won't be. So no matter how and you see in Nigeria, once you are appointed by somebody, their loyalty is not to the country. Their loyalty is to you, because they see it as helping them, that you have helped me by giving me that appointment, and therefore they owe everything to you, and then they want to do everything you want them to do. And that's why you see their police, for instance, who are supposed to be neutral during the election. You see them go after opposition before election in the name of they are looking for them for one crime or the other. But immediately after the election, they no longer look for them. They are free. You look. I'm talking about Edo State, for instance. Yes. Before the election in Edo State, you can see how police were looking, were hunting down the members of PDP. Yes. In the name of they are investigating crime. Immediately after the election, did you hear anything about that again? No. So for me, the responsibility of appointing not even only the INEC officer, even the CJ, they are caught when the governor is to approve his appointment of a CJ, and the president to appoint the appointment of the CJN. That give the CJN the thinking that the appointment was given to me by the president. He's not looking at the law. He's looking at the president, that if he's free to sign it, I will not be giving. Even the law says the president should be recommended to the president that the president should pick one. If he didn't pick me, what will happen? So they see that as is a favor from him, and I must reciprocate. That's what we're seeing. That's why our institution today is not strong as individual. So until we have that institution that is strong, and we can only have institution that is strong when we have people of integrity, when we have people of who are not who have a national loyalty instead of a party loyalty or friendship loyalty or whatever, and we are in the country whereby not only the NEP chairman, when they are nominating a resident electoral officers or INEC commissioners, they appoint people who are no member of a party, no members or card carrying member, and they will now be told, no, he resigned 2 years ago, so therefore he's no longer a member, and therefore he's qualified. I can have somebody who has been a member of your party before, and he has not joined another party. He's still there. How can he not have sympathy or have friends in that party that will say, Mr. Akini, just do this for us? It's not done. We are not doing the right thing, and then we are expecting the best result. So the law, even if the law is amended to take away the responsibility from the president, we may still have a situation whereby the presidency will still have the control of these people, because their money will come from the if they want to also change that. I'm saying that, look, they must find a way of ensuring that whatever they need will not come through anybody, it will not come through the president or anybody. They will have a first line charge that they have access to, just like the National Assembly and other people. And that regard, we'll be able to have it's going to be difficult. Our institution is not strong until we have strong institution. That's what we'll be saying. With or without electoral, without a good INEC officer, we'll still get results. In this case, it appears we are hooked somewhere. We need to change our orientation, and then change the way and manner we do things in the country.
Yes, after the first, second, third republic, and currently we are with the fourth republic, Nigerians would ask, are we still experimenting democracy in this country? If we are still experimenting after 60-something years of doing that, when will this experimentation end? That is the question. If the president still holds on to appointing and choosing, cherry-picking who becomes the INEC chairman, whom allegedly will do his bidding, the question is this still experimenting democracy in Nigeria? When would all of this end? That's the catch question, Nigerians.
Henry.
Yes.
Henry, for me, we are not even practicing democracy yet. We are in a civilian rule. That's what we are doing. Because what we are doing today, most of them are not in line with the tenet of democracy. In democracy, rule of law must be supreme, and nobody is above that law. But in our country of today, some of the people in government, even people outside the government who are closer to people in government, are above the law. We are a country where a president will declare a state of emergency in the state and remove elected officers. Is that a democracy? That cannot happen in democracy, because it cannot happen. And we now have a state where military administrator is now being charged. He's now sending budgets to the National Assembly. He's now spending money that's not appropriated. He's not doing the way he like. He is also appointing administrators to local governments, when our constitution says no money should be released to any state or local government without elected local government officers. What are we having as chairman? What are we having today? So there are so many things we have been doing that is not in line with there is no separation of power, which is one of the features of what's it called, democracy. In a democracy, there must be separation of power. What we have today is just a mere identity. We have executive, we have legislature, we have a judiciary. They are there, yes. But in practice, is there any independence? Is there separation of power? We have a country today where the National Assembly system just as more or less like a department under the executive, in the name of cooperation. In the name of that, we are cooperating with the executives. We are not to fight the. We are not saying to fight the executive. Asking question, querying out of an executive is not fight. It's not fight. When you ask questions, when you interrogate issues, when you ask for transparency, you are not fighting them. You are entrenching the system. But what do we see in our country? In the name of a corporation, they just give up and do anything that the president wants. And that's how you see our National Assembly member will be singing, instead of singing national anthem, they'll be singing our mandates. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, look at the features of democracy. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Do we have government of the people in Nigeria today? People are being elected. Can they truly say I was elected by the vote of the people? Is that democracy? In a democracy, people must be saying, it's our votes that brought you in, and we have the power. They must be able to be proud and say we voted for him. Because if you are in a democracy, you not see one man say I made him governor, I gave him tickets, I made him a senator. And it shows that it's not about people, it's about individual. So as far as I'm concerned, we are not yet practicing democracy. What we are doing is we are just in a civilian rule. In fact, some of the things we are doing today, military administration did not do it while they are in power. That's my position in that regard.
Thank you so very much, Barrister. It's a sad reality, but that is what we have before us. In our sister countries like Ghana, you don't observe any of this. People are not brought in because of Godfather brought them in. No, they are all brought in because people voted for them, and that is what democracy is. Sadly, what we practice in Nigeria, just like Barrister Tinubu did say, is a civilian rule, and we hope and pray that this will be upturned and changed anytime in the future. Thank you so very much, Barrister. I truly do appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me. It's my privilege to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. All right, that's just about the time we have. People, we'd love to say thank you. Please do well to visit us. You can always find us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. I am Henry Igwebike. Thank you for watching. God bless Nigeria. Bye-bye.